Hello everybody and welcome to today's discussion. I'm not sure how long this will be, but today's discussion is the number one way to sell things. Now, first off, I want to say that I am producing content on new platforms today as we are day trading attention. And so I like to give a little heads up where I am at in my content creation, letting you know that I'm dispersing content on new platforms as well as the other platforms, and then leaving out other platforms that I normally would produce on, because I generally work in the form of documentation versus creation. Or it's not really creation, but staged, organized crime. So the number one way to sell things is educate your audience. Have something of substance to offer. The current style of selling things to you as audience is manipulation tactics, abuse, seductive behavior, and copying the other seductress to produce weird pictures that actually violate your personal space. And I think you're actually catching on to what I'm speaking to. I mean, I'm really expressing it in a way, even in this video, where you're aware that you're being violated by these people, yet they have the expectation for you to still buy them and to buy their nonsense. It's crimes against humanity is what we're dealing with when it comes to sales in June of 2024, because I know this video will be on the platform to be generating views throughout history and time. June of 2024, I worked diligently on expressing creative talents associated to what this book offers. And it was all done in the alignment of community guidelines. However, where we are in today's society is that only SEX sells. I'm actually going to demonstrate it for you. Let's see. So be patient. Bear with me here for a second, folks. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'm actually going to just use this because I want to use the ring light. So this is live action. Here we go. And then sell the product. But notice how you're not getting grounded in education of what exactly are you selling? What brand and image are you selling? You're selling lust, you're selling greed. The other part would be, look at me at an event with a fancy outfit. Gary Vee would be behind me. Obviously, I'm at a undisclosed location. How about this? I'm gonna give you the image that I'm better than you. And then Gary Vee is standing behind me. Now, there is time and a place for things like that, for fun, for glam shotting. I mean, there's nothing wrong to a certain degree of glamorizing things for entertainment value. However, these people live like this. This is how they live. What I'm going to now express to you on the number one way to sell something. Because you know me, you know who I am. You know me, you've been watching my content now for some time. Some of you actually know me from my videos, my educational background. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be selling you on this book because it's actually really good content. And even that right there was a sales pitch without actually being a sales pitch. because I have value out of this book. There's value in this book. So this is me. You don't know me. Pretend like you don't know me. All right, now we're going to pretend like you don't know me. We're going to do a variety of things. Okay, here we go. Hello, how are you today? Thank you so much for coming in. My name is Cassandra, and I want to talk to you a moment about day trading attention. This is a book that Gary Vaynerchuk wrote about how to actually build brand and sales in the new social media world. We have so much going on with a variety of different people trying to grab the attention and then sell you on something. Now, I'm not here to sell you on the book. What I'm here to sell you on is that you're capable of creating a brand for yourself. Notice how I had information and I handed it over to you. You're capable of building a brand. However, it takes a lot of work to do that. And this book will lay it out for you like a textbook, and it'll be a lot of work, but the work will get you to what you say that you want for yourself, which is building a brand for your business, for yourself, and to create an income that you can live comfortably off of. What I like about this book is that it actually goes into logics while talking about the ins and outs of creativity. It brings awareness to things that don't work in the business of content creator. It does it in a way that you'll actually be like enlightened by what you used to think was selling attention to day trading attention. What you'll discover is the fact that you've been kind of duped by the system. And remember, the video I'm talking about is selling you on anything. You can't sell to somebody who can't be sold to. Now, what does that mean? That means you can't sell to somebody who is intelligent, who's logical, who's self-aware, who is in the long game of business and has a sole purpose in life of creating value with entertainment, joy, and fun. Because we always speak to, in this conversation of the community, of crying in Ferraris. Crying in your Ferrari? So everybody on TikTok right now is crying in their Ferrari, but why? Because they're all living a fake illusion of existence. And they sell you on a product like this. Hold on, that was too friendly. See, what they've done is they've taken authentic friendships and they've turned them into villain abuse. So let me get into that space of narcissistic personality disorder, but I want you to be aware that I'm in a space of trying to sell to you in a villainous style of way. Right now, Blake Lively is showing up. Do you understand how it works? They are actors and actresses, folks. And then they withhold you from being able to be educated to audiences, and then puts them all to sleep, and then sells them off fake friendly while they make money and lie to you about how happy they are, creating a consistent experience for yourself that you're not enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not happy, you're not complaining. Okay, so here we go. Whew. I have to look away from the camera for just a second. It's not really coming through like I want it to. I'm like having a hard time like tapping into it. Because there's still a form of genuinity in what I'm doing right now. I'm too grounded, I think. Okay, let me step into another space. Hold on, please. There it is. That's it right there. And that fish is a dangerous fish. Now let me do the same thing, but I want to do it in a way that's like a human being, okay? Meaning I have family and children that I want to care for. Thinking about children right now. Now I'm going to think about being an attractive woman as an adult. Now, what did I say? You said, sell anybody anything, but you're selling something that's of value and brings value to someone else. You can't sell to someone who can't be sold to. Logics, self-esteem, ethics, and morals are always the foundational pieces. Now, you might have a cement business. I'll bring the cement business up. And you don't know anything about cement, and you don't really need a cement business. However, the old way of networking looked a little like this. And this is not a Ponzi scheme. These people on these platforms are Ponzi schemers. They're trying to create a huge Ponzi scheme. And they've done a really bad job doing it because it's so easy to spot it out. I mean, literally today, Kim Kardashian posts a picture of a robot face with paperwork turned away from her, a computer turned off, and a book that's open to some page and claims she passed the baby bar. It's so unprofessional. Now, with the cement business, I don't know anything about cement. I won't really necessarily need any cement. But I know a lot of people in industry of business that might need a cement company. I know Donald Trump. Donald Trump knows contractors who build skyscrapers, like Trump Tower 2. So I meet this guy at an event where I'm the speaker. And, you know, watching cement be poured is interesting. I know it sounds crazy and weird, but it really is actually interesting to watch cement be poured because it's not something you spend all day watching or anything. However, like on occasion, seeing a piece of film go through and then watching it be poured is like interesting because you don't normally watch that kind of stuff, right? So I meet somebody who is in that business at a networking group or a meeting of some sort, and he's a sincere person. Even better, he's ethical, and he is a good at his job. Meaning you're not going to get cracks in the sidewalk. You're not going to get crappy cement. And even more importantly, he's reliable. Because everyone talks about cement and construction people that they're not reliable. So I run into Donald Trump and he's telling me about his new Trump Tower 2. And then I say, well, I met this guy. He's very sincere. And I give him a report of what we talked about, which was all based on social media. And then I send Donald Trump onto the guy's page to watch the videos. Now I've networked for someone else while helping someone else of real, honest American ways. It's an American way to do business. Not seduction. I'm not interested in that. And if you're interested in that, you're not going to get the kudos. Because at this time, there ain't no cement person that I actually know. This is all made up, which is why I use cement. So in their mind, they think that I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about you. We're always talking about what if scenarios. That's how selfish you all are, and thinking that you're just going to get handed things to you. That's not how life works. Honestly, the person who's coming through is not a good person. He's a bad person. The next step of what these people will do is they'll say, you can trust me. No, I can't. I'm friendly. No, you're not. I'm funny. Not really. So guess what that does to me is tells me that I'm not sellable to. So how do you sell anyone anything? You are not perverted. You create a safe environment of no perversion. You bring quality and affordability. You have quality of a product. You're reliable. And then when all that's said and done, you have a personality of being a real person, and it doesn't matter whether they like you or not, or you can go out to dinner or not. Nobody wants to go out to dinner with you. You're weird. You're a cement pourer. We're talking business here. See, everybody is thinking that they're in some weird space of trying to be Kim Kardashian. No, thank you. If you're into that, your business is already closed. If you're into what Monavan's up to, your business is already closed. She's already closing her business, slowly but surely. She's not reliable. Her content is terrible. No quality, no quantity, unreliable, and then everything of seductresses that I just explained to you. Don't forget her rubbing elbows in a network of a Ponzi scheme while selling you on nothing while getting paid. So those are things to look out for when you're trying to sell or be sold to, because it's very easy to go the fast route, because that's what they're all teaching on platform. So for example, is there's an invitation to duet. When you allow duets on your platform, when you don't turn off duet, you're asking people to duet you. You're asking people to stitch, and you should have enough cojones to be able to handle all genres of personality. And that means you're producing quality content and you're grounded in self-awareness. However, none of them are grounded in self-awareness. None of them produce anything of value. And then when you duet them, they call it community guidelines. If you didn't want anybody in the comment section, you should have turned off your comments. And so what does that tell you? That these people are not operating like customer service-based businesses. They are operating like what? Like a bunch of buffoons running around with dictatorship platforms, thinking that my content's going to be hidden forever. With that being said, there are options. When someone doesn't work out, find someone else to do business with. We're talking about number one in sales. Well, you should be the one who's the number one in sales. Oh, that's me. That is me. How did I get there? Day trading attention. I did it because I'm myself. I have no expectations. I deliver on education. I'm humorous. I'm fun. I'm funny. You cannot copy me. There's only one of me. It feels comfortable to be with me. However, I have 100% expectation for everybody I come into contact with. I even call you out on your nonsense, meaning I'm not a bullshitter. So if you're selling a brand of garbage, people can see right through that shit. It literally is when you turn 37. You see, life changes when you get old. Like it's like a lot harder to get out of bed every morning because of people who are in their 20s and their 30s. However, it's different even than when the boomers were in their 40s and we were in our teens. It's currently the worst it's ever been. The most aware we've ever been, but the worst it's ever been. See, I never had those feelings toward adults that I was their equal, but I was their equal. And if you can grapple in what that even means, of being someone's equal, but not being someone's equal, calling it respect, you can actually deliver on substance, whether you're 20 or you're 40. But you people are not educated in anything that I'm saying to you. Meaning what we have that's leading this space right now is garbage. It's absolute garbage. And we all know it. We're just undercover watching all of it because we're exposing the biggest Ponzi scheme associated to the Democrat system in the history of the world. Meaning the guy of France is guilty. The guy of Trudeau is guilty. Those of you who are at D-Day memorial service, you're fucking guilty. So if you want to grow a brand and you want to do it in a way that's uniquely you and get some education and it's not breaking the bank, order Day Trading Attention. The book was written, actually it was written by Gary Vaynerchuk and myself as he used my content as a inspirational, educative advancement even to his own content. And a lot of the stuff you'll see in here that he's doing for himself was doing all along. However, I innovated it even further than what he did. And then together collectively, we created educational tools as well as the lessons that it takes to learn this kind of stuff. So this is a very, very, very good read. It's very important to have this if you're a business owner. And that is all I have for you in our 22-minute format of how to sell anything. The number one way to sell anything is to be authentically you and to recognize when someone else is not authentically them. That's the game of business. Don't buy that.